faith needs substance. Little boy, tooth fell out. He got so excited, his tooth fell out. He grabbed his tooth, he washed it off. He was so excited. It was time to go to bed. He lifted up his pillow. He put his tooth underneath the pillow. He laid back down. He said, "Oh, it's going to be on in the morning." Because guess who's coming? His parents were spiritual and also on a budget. So they said, I think it's time for him to learn. Because they was on the budget. They said, I think it's time for him to learn. He needs to learn to put his faith in Jesus. He woke up the next morning. He lifted up his pillow and he saw his tooth. And when he saw his tooth, he turned to the left and his parents were sitting in the room. And both of them had pulled up a chair next to the bed. And they said, well, today is a very important lesson. Your faith had no substance. Because what you put your faith in, she doesn't exist. Very important lesson today. You should have put your faith in Jesus. And it's okay. You didn't know, but now you know. Faith needs substance. Oh, some of you have full confidence in your job. Yeah, you do. Because that's why you spend the way you spend. That's why you make decisions the way you make. That's how you can walk in and talk so boldly to people, because you got a good job and you got good money. And some of you put a lot of faith in your job. Some of you, you got a lot of faith in your car. People that don't have faith in their car, they get in it real quietly. They have no faith in the car. People that have faith in that car, they talking on the phone while they getting in, they clicking, and they just drive off, don't even think nothing of it. People who don't have faith, they get in their real jet, and they just have a little talk with Jesus. Some of you got great faith in your relationships. You just know that your children won't betray you. Or you just know that your spouse is going to hold it down. You have great faith that your mama and your daddy going to live forever. They going to be there tomorrow. I'm going to call my mama tomorrow. You have great faith that, hey, my daddy going to come through like or you have great faith that your friends. But your substance is weak. Some people believe in Santa Claus. I don't know. For some of y'all that didn't have that conversation yet, I'll let y'all go home and explain that. Mama, what the preacher talking about? I'm going to pray about it tonight. Some of you believe in things that don't exist. And then some of you put your faith. I used to believe in football. I used to believe that it was going to provide me all the things that I had ever dreamed of. Have anybody ever been let down? And you had to back up and say, wait a minute, this cannot be my everything. Because it cannot sustain me. You know what life will teach you? Put your faith in God and God. So anybody who is infatuated with your past, you infatuated with what used to what happened and how it used to be. Somebody said, man, I miss those old rotary phones. You know, I miss when we used to, you remember, y'all remember when we used to pick it up and you, I mean, some people will fly with it. Yeah, I just making a phone call with somebody. You can be infatuated with the past, but God can't use you in your present and future. So you know what faith is? Faith is a delightful expectation in the future. How many of you have faith that God gonna do some great things for you tomorrow? Now, for some of you that didn't smile, for some of you that didn't say amen, for some of you that didn't clap, some people have settled it will always be like, and God said, I can't use you. You will move no mountains. And the reason why you will move no mountains is because you have already concluded that God won't do anything new tomorrow. You have already predicted that God has done everything that he's going to do for you. Matter of fact, you're not expecting any presents from God. Matter of fact, if I told you right now, hey, listen, we got a whole new bedroom suite for you. Brand new. Top of the line. Whole new bedroom and living room suite for you. Now, I know that you believe by what you do when you get home. I know what you do. I know if you believe me. By what you do when you get home. If you believe me, you know what you'll do when you get home? Hey, brother, grab the other side of that. Yeah, no, we're going to take that out. Grab the other side of that. All this. Yeah, all that going out. Why are you making moves in your life? Because I'm expecting God. How many of you are preparing to receive? Whatever's on your prayer list. Whatever's on your prayer list. How many of you right now, you are on your way home and you look at this, okay, we're going to move this over here. And we're going to put that here. We're going to take that down. How many of you are rearranging your life right now? You don't even have it yet. And they don't even know why you're making all those moves. Because I asked God for something. And because I believe that he's going to do it, I'm making room for the blessing. You know what God wants to see? God wants to see you move the furniture before you get it. God is expecting for you to clean the room. Clean the room.
That's it.
Take all that junk out of your garage. Somebody say amen. Take all that junk out of your garage. Why? Because I'm about to put something in it. But if you're not making any room, you got too many people in your life. And if you got too many people in your life, how you gonna have room for? You gotta make room. Oh, if you don't make no room. Matter of fact, if I just stop right here and say, you just gotta make some room. You're not making room for God to be in your family. You're not making room for God to be in your life. You gotta make room for you gotta make room and space for whatever you're asking God for. You don't want God to bless you with something, and the thing that he blesses you with, it has to fight to get in. Don't invite me over the house and you ain't got a seat. You did this big old invitation. We all showed up and you said, oh, hey, I don't think you were ready. And for some of y'all will walk right out. Listen, they ain't got no place for us. We showed up. Your blessing showed up. But when your blessing showed up, your spirit, your attitude, your whole, you were not ready to receive the blessing. There's nothing that's more painful than when God sends your UPS prayer and the delivery of your prayer shows up, but you were distracted and you were not home and you were not ready to receive the package. And the Lord had to leave a sticker on your door and says, sorry, some of y'all been there before. Sorry, we were trying to get you your blessing, but for some reason you wasn't ready to receive it because either you lacked the education, so you fought the education. I don't want to have to study. You fought the training. I don't need no training. I just want to jump in. And because you fought all the things that were necessary to receive the blessing, now that you got the blessing, now you trying to get training on the job. Have anybody ever got a job and then they said, can you run that system? hey, we need that report by tomorrow, and you sitting there running around. It's a horrible feeling knowing that if I don't hurry up and learn, it'd have been so much easier for you to just been patient and learn what you needed to learn and let God work on you and let him walk you into your blessing. You can run into your blessing and your blessing can turn into a curse because you're not ready. Every blessing can turn into a curse depending on how prepared you are. God sent Moses to get the children of Israel out of Egypt to Canaan land. The road to Canaan land was the blessing. But because the people were not ready, they all died in the blessing. How many of you right now are dying in your blessing? You are dying in your blessing because God gave it to you, but now you don't know how to handle it. You don't know how to manage it. You don't know how to walk with it. You don't know how to multiply your blessing. You don't know how to increase your blessing. Matter of fact, you're breaking the blessing, and the blessing has now turned into poison to you, and now you hate that you even got it because you're not really prepared. Faith needs substance. God wants you to operate on faith. So faith is not being able to what? Now, if you can see it, you don't need faith. You know what you got to see? You got to see yourself as a good man. Before anybody tells you that you are, if you're not a good man here, and you can't see it, then we can't see it either. If you're not a beautiful queen here, if you dirty here, don't get mad when people make comments about what they see. You gotta be the first one to see it. My mama don't mind saying that. I used to go when I was playing football, and after practice, they would hit real hard and all that kind of stuff. And I would come home and I was beat up, and we had hitting all day and just hit. And my mama would hit me after practice. I was tired. She would say, she hit my chest. She hit me in my chest. She said, "Boy, you don't let them boys hit you. You the biggest one out there." I didn't say a joke. Everybody started laughing. She said, "Boy, you the biggest one out there. You don't let no. You get in their face and I don't ever want to see you. And she kept talking. And I started saying, I went out to practice the next day. You walk differently. But you know what I needed? I needed somebody to speak into me. I needed a seed planted, because what I was seeing, I was seeing something wrong. She helped me to see, hey, listen, you got more power in you than the way you acting. You coming in here defeated and all, bro. You don't realize you're more powerful than this. You ain't got to walk around broken and tired and weary and I'm making it, I'm just trying to get through. God didn't die on the cross for you to just get through. You can fly if you wanted to. Think about the Wright brothers. The Wright brothers said, we believe that we can fly. When nobody in the world was even trying, they saw something that nobody else saw. God is trying to give you a vision, and maybe nobody in your environment can co-sign on the vision because God lets you see something that's seen. He put it here. And when you got a vision for your life, you got to know how you want to live. You got to know how you want to act. Matter of fact, I said this a few months ago. You prepare for tomorrow today. Don't go to bed until you finish tomorrow. So that when you wake up on purpose. You know exactly how you're going to look. Some of you, you go on, you lay your clothes out. Matter of fact, the way you look today shouldn't have been an accident. I know exactly what I was going to wear and how I was going to put that. I know I was going to do this and I was going to make these phone calls and I was, because I'm asking God this, and so I'm going to move on that behalf. Faith needs a substance. Faith needs hope. Faith needs evidence that's not seen. Faith needs evidence that's not seen. Anybody who's willing to work, you'll be a ruler. So if you're a hard worker, you will be a ruler. If you're diligent, that's what diligent means. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, but without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that comes to God must what? And that he is a what? Of those who what? Diligent. Diligent is work. So within faith, you have to believe that he is and that he is a rewarder. He will reward the diligent. He doesn't reward people who just believe. For you to say you believe, but you just sit there, you don't believe in me. How can you tell when people believe in your dreams? It ain't about what they say. Or you wanna start a cleaning company? If a man say he want to start a cleaning company, you know, he come home and say, baby, I want to clean. I want to clean, baby. I want to clean. You know when he wake up the next morning, if she a supporter, she got that Clorox and 2 mops in the morning. She said, let's do it, baby. Come on, let's do this. He said, no, you didn't get the mop deluxe. Did you get the mop deluxe? She said, I got the mop deluxe. Let's go. How do I know that you believe? It's not by what you say. It's by what you do. He says, I will reward you, but you gotta go to work to seek me. Those who diligently seek me, he says this in verse 24, the diligent will be rulers. If I will work harder than you, then I will be your boss. Whoever's willing to work, somebody said, well, I ain't got to go to work that early. The person who goes to work early and the person who takes on the extra shift, that ain't in my job description. The other person that says, well, I'll do it. The person, we used to say this as well, the person who's willing to shoot more shots, do more layups, I'm a rule. Because I'm going to do the things you ain't willing to do. I'm going home, y'all. What y'all say? I'm finna go home. I'm out. I'm done. What time is it? I'm out. The person who wants to rule, they don't work 8 to 5. Rulers don't work 8 to 5.
Come on now.
Rulers go above and beyond. When it comes to the Lord's house, you don't just do your side. We go above and we do things that other people are not willing to do. Christianity demands for you to be more patient. It demands for you to be more kind. You have to go further. You have to be stronger. And God is willing to give you the strength. He's just wondering, will you do the work? See, the problem is, there's nothing wrong with the vineyard. There's nothing wrong with the harvest. You know what the Lord can't find? Can't find workers. We could do a lot of ministries at North Colony. The problem is, it's not ideas. We don't have a problem with ideas. You know what we have a problem with? Finding workers. Everybody not willing to what? In all labor, there is profit. If you would just be willing to go to work, that stuff that you need, you need to do right now. If you would just get up and do the work, if we can get the laziness out of our spirit. So go ahead and clean out that closet. Make the phone calls. Go ahead and fill out the application. Go ahead and drive downtown and go in the office and fill out the form. Do what's necessary and take care of your business. Because if you're willing to do the work, then guess what? There's a profit in it. Don't get mad at somebody else's profit. Because anything that is valuable, you got to go to work at it. Yes. Somebody says, I want to live that kind of lifestyle. You got to work what that person is willing to work. Somebody said, oh, y'all just having a beautiful relationship. I want a relationship like that. Well, if you're willing to stay up at 3 o'clock in the morning and talk it out and pray and cry and read books and go to seminars and go to conferences, you can have that type of relationship. But if you're not willing to invest, if you're not willing to go to counseling, that's some couples say, hey, we've been going to counseling for 5 years. We got 27 books that we done bought. We done been to 17 conferences. This is what you see by the work. When you look at somebody's body of work, when you look at somebody's car, don't be jealous of how clean somebody's car is. Do the what? And you'll get a profit. And you don't need to pray for that. Matter of fact, if you would just apply the principle of having faith and works. Yes. All that crying and suffering and agony that you would be going through. Someone said, Lord, can you please make this better? But I can't make you work. I'm not going to make you work. God, please fix this. Just fix this. Look, but you lazy. So even if I fix it, it's going to go back. Because anything that's worthwhile, Solomon had beautiful gardens. But you got to cut the grass. You got to trim the trees. Somebody said, oh, I love this estate. You know the estate with the trees are lined up on the driveway and they go all around and go on. And you say, oh, this is, but somebody got to cut this. Is this the HOA fees or something? Like, who's doing this? Is this included? You can have it, but you just got to be willing to what? Go to, and God is trying to tell you, if you would just stop sleeping in. You love sleep too much. If you would just stop sleeping in and just get up, stop hitting the alarm clock 4 or 5 and 10 times. If you would just be willing to just get up and fight for what you want, I'll give it to you. But I don't see no fight in you. I don't see no fight in you. Because there's laziness. And you know what you would do? And I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Some of you will let blessings slip through your fingers. And you will ask God to keep it. But there are most things that you can keep if you would just be willing to fight for it. You gotta fight for your kids. You can't afford you gotta go fight. They being tempted. They being swayed. They being lured. And for some of you, I'm not just talking about little babies. Sometimes you got grown kids. And you see the devil messing with your grown kids and you say, I gotta go fight. Because I promise you, if it's one more left and it's between me and you, you're gonna have to fight me to get it. And many reasons that we don't receive certain things is because there was somebody else that was willing to go fight longer and harder than you. So don't ever tell God, well, God, I guess it wasn't meant for me to receive it. Nah, you just don't have no fight in you. The enemy came and I gave it to you. The enemy came and snatched it out your... Don't let the devil punk you. The devil took your lunch money? You didn't eat lunch today. Why didn't you eat lunch today? Because he came and took it. You know what some Don't you come back home. He took my bike. Well, go get your other brothers and go back. Because anything that's valuable in your life, the devil is coming to steal. So why do you need faith? Because once I give it to you, I want to know that you have enough to fight for it and keep it. You praying for a new job? You ready to go to work? You praying for a new house? New car? You ready to go to work? Let's go to work. The bigger the blessing, the more you gotta. Boy, if you can understand that, you wouldn't get mad at the blessing. You praying for a relationship? You ready to go to? Now, anything that don't require work, it ain't that valuable. It come cheap. It ain't genuine. Synthetic. It's woven in. It's a little bit of, it gives the appearance of, but it don't last as long. Anybody ever bought fake leather before? Come on, church. You can get away with it from a distance and you can walk fast. But after a while, when that heat hits your car seats, you done been in it for a minute. Leather over time, it stretches, it gets smooth, but that cheap, that fake leather, it don't stretch, it crack. Is your faith cracking? Because you're trying to get by just on faith. And you trying to go to the next level without going to work. You want to be a better Christian? I promise you, you got to work for it. You got to put that time in and work for it. I promise you, if you're not spending time in the Word of God on a daily basis, then you're lying. You're lying when you say you want something and we don't see the work that go behind it.